Spider's Web, and in this video we have another unboxing, and this time it's another Kickstarter campaign. They're all coming at once. And this one is from Mantic Games. It's the science fiction version of Dungeon Saga rather, and it's called it's called Star Saga. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Okay, so here's the box for Star Saga. It's a very informative box. As you can see, there's no wording at all on the cover, except for on the side where it just says Star Saga. And it says that all the way around. And on that side it says Mantic Games. And on the back, it's nothing. There is nothing whatsoever written on the back. So let's see what it's all about, shall we? Let's get the wrapper off. And get it open. Okay, inside we find a nice picture of all the characters. And lots of cards. Now, again, they made a little bit of a mistake in packing. Not Mantic, but who did on the packing. And this came separately. This is some of the character cards. So we'll have a look at all of those together a little later. We have minis. We have more minis. We have other kinds of stuff, and we have another mini. I think you know what this one is. We have dice. Oh, and we have minis. We have cards. We have minis. We have stack clips. We have cards. And we have minis. What we don't seem to have is a board. We have doors. We have a dice bag. We have a rule book. In fact, that's the mission book, not the rule book. So let's come around here a second, zoom out a touch. Oh, it's already zoomed out as far as it can be. So these give all the missions. And I'm thinking this is another variation of the sci-fi game they did a few years ago with the Corporation versus the Vermin. And here we have the rule book, and I remember a certain somebody there. I recognise a certain somebody there from Dead Zone. It's all set in the same universe as Dead Zone and Warpath, so the minis can be intermingled. And here is what we have: rule book and mission book, 36 Nexus cards, 6 mercenary cards, 5 boss cards, 22 skill cards, 4 deployable equipment cards, 34 equipment cards, 7 minion cards, 14 event cards, 5 psychic power cards. We have at the top here 10 die, 22 damage counters, 10 experience counters, 8 reinforcement counters, 4 darkness counters, a flame template, range rulers, mercenary start point counter, 6 mercenary counters. Did I mention the 2 casualty counters and the 8 locked door counters? I don't think I did. We have 6 mercenaries, 2 force fields, explosives, 2 sentry guns, 4 lab technicians, 4 corporation rangers, 6 security guards, 4 plague victims, 6 corporation marines, 5 bosses, 4 cabinets, 6 terminals, 2 containment tanks, 6 tables, 6 crates, 4 double doors, 6 doors, 2 weapon lockers and 33 bolt tiles. All in this little box. So here we go. Let's just have a look at them. What we have in the line of all the counters and everything. And there we go. And then we have the boards. Just take one out and have a look. It's not the thickest of card, but seems quite durable. They are double-sided as well. There is more to come on this. This is just wave 1. I am expecting quite a bit more to come in the early part of next year. Yeah. So that's the boards and the counters. Let's get down to the table now. Well, I'm going to put that back. Put that back. I'll put the book on top and that as well. We'll get down to the table and we'll have a look at the minis, the dice and the cards and see what we think of them. Okay, so here we have a mass of bags, plastic and the like, but let's push all the minis to one side and we'll have a look at the cards first. So we'll start off with the ones that were actually missing from the actual box and these ones that were actually in the box. Don't see much point in keeping them separate. I might as well put them all together because they're all near enough the same thing. So what do we have? Okay, start off Captain Erika Dublinski. There's all the stats, probably life points, special power, which is called a feat in this. And then we have Wrath, Judwan Assault, Speed. Again, special rules, the feat, all the stats and everything. Kirby 07153 Kirby, who's a Robotech. Francesco the Devil Silvaggio. Elise KO1. Ogun Helkar, who's a dwarf. We have the aberration, but I think we have a few more of these blue cards first to go through, so we'll carry on with these. Then we have Blaine, Hacker Halftail, and we have the Survivor, and Kira Nikolovsky. And now let's get back to all the bad guys, shall we? So, we have the Fear, Aberration, one of the new minis from Dead Zone. I haven't got any of these yet in Dead Zone. I've realised which one it is now. It's the next step from the stage 3 plague, I think. Then we have the Guard Commander Graves, Enforcer ES435, codename Monarch, And you can hear some music in the background. It's one of my neighbours, it's not me. Then we have Dr. Lucas Coiner. And finally, Organic Data Storage Unit X02A. So they are all the cards, all the stat cards for different characters. Pop them to one side. These stat clips, I believe, would clip onto the side of those cards. Let's have a quick look at them and see how they work. Not bad. I feel like something else of a Christmas cracker though, to be honest, and I assume they would fit in just like that. Or possibly. No, I would say like that so you can actually see what number it is. I'm assuming that's how they'd fit. And you get 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Obviously they will come in useful during the course of the game for keeping track of lives and whatnot. There we go. Okay, next let's have a look at the dice. We have 2 lots of dice, red and blue, as you can see probably. The blue ones, blank, shield outline, filled in shield with an exclamation mark, and a small shield outline. Well, both shield outlines are small, but that's what we have on them. What would I like for rolling? I usually do it single-handed. Quite chunky, quite like it. There we are. But looking at this one, I don't know whether you can see that, but there is a bit of a gash, a bit of a scratch and a gouge in it. And then we have these orangey red ones, and on these we have a blank face, we have a explosion outline, we have explosions, 2 explosion outlines, 2 explosions, and an explosion with an exclamation mark in it. So that'll be the same probably on all of those dice. So I'm assuming one is for attack, one is for defense. These are for attack and these are for defense. I haven't gone into the rules as yet. I only got this yesterday and I've only just opened it now. Just haven't had time to do anything else with them. But there we are, they are the dice. Next we'll have a look at the smaller set of cards that we have. And we'll just slice into those. It's too soft and it's just the cellophane action was just getting pushed in between the cards. Okay, so what do we have here? Loot, rate items. We have different kind of cards in here. Skill cards, mission bonuses, rare items, loot, rare items, loot, skills, rare items, loot, skill, loot, skills, rare item, loot, skills, mission bonuses, blah blah blah. So that's what we have here. We're not going through each of them up in any great detail, let's just have a look through and see the kind of things you can expect to pick up along the way. These are skills that you can pick up. The green ones are the looted items, the blue ones are the rare items, and the black ones are the mission bonuses. So that's what we're having in the game. Let me just zoom in a touch. That's better. You can see them a little better. I'm not going through them all in any great detail, but if you can see some of the things we've got, it might interest you. So that's those cards. Put those to one side. Let's get the other cards out. These are, as you can see, quite a bit bigger. And we have a few been clobbered and slightly damaged. So what do we have here? These orange ones are Nexus cards. Also, they're all Nexus cards. Okay, must be different levels. So we'll just have a look at them as we go along. So yellow ones are level 1, orange are level 2. Red are level 3. Black ones are event cards. Must admit they are quite nice cards because even though there's not much in the line of graphics or anything on them, they're nice to handle. They actually don't stick together. They move quite well against each other, so quite smooth. The problem is, because my grip is not very good at the best of times, holding them like that, they're slipping on my hand. But never mind. We have deployment. We don't just have Nexus cards here. Let's have a look at what we have. These are Nexus cards. So if I had a look at those, these ones are also Nexus cards. At the back. So we have some more level 1 and level 2 cards. I'll put them with the appropriate area. We have the card with the Mantic points on. Nice. And then we have minion cards. So look at these. Defense emplacements, Lab Tech, Security Guard, Corporation Marine, Plague Victim, Corporation Ranger with Flamethrower. One of them small yellow things with weird eyes. And then we have deployment equipment. Sentry gun, force field and force field. Put those side by side, you can have a look because they're both exactly the same, I would imagine. There we go. Next we have psychic powers. Yep. These give different effects, I would assume. They're all the same. Yeah. So I mean they just slide out off your hand, they don't stick. Really nice cards. But as I say, a problem for anyone like me who has a poor grip. Right. Now let's have a look at these minis. I'm not in any way, shape or form going to assume that I know what everyone is. So I'll just have a quick look at them just to make sure there's no... Oh, that's a Plague Victim. I know that. That I think is a Corporation Marine. And there's another Plague Victim. It's like something else with Dread Ball. Another Corporation Marine. This is the guy with the flamethrower. He's got the tanks on the back. Maybe wrong, maybe wrong. Another Corporation Marine. ranger they may be. And this must be the leader because he's pointing. Well, leaders in these games point. So there we go, that's one set. Let's have a look at another set. Looks like it's the same kind of thing. Now these might be the Rangers because they're lightly armoured. So they may, the first lot may be the Marines, these may be probably the Rangers, Corporation Rangers, because as I said that they are slightly less armoured and a bit more manoeuvrable in that respect. Hopefully they are nice to paint. The rest of the Mantic stuff has been nice to paint, so I hope these carry on the same tradition. Not quite as big as I was expecting from them, but yeah, not to worry. There we go, we have they're nice, quite nice little miniatures though, all different colours, so you can play them straight out of the box as soon as you get them. They don't have to be painted, but obviously they're going to be. So that's another squad left over. And I wish everybody could play the music so loud, but we'll suffer a power cut. Next, go through all the red ones, then we'll have a look at the doors, and then we'll have a look at the blue ones, and split it up that way so we're not looking at the same things over and over again. And there we go. There we go, 4, 5, 6. Another plague victim. Obviously going to have to go back to my Dead Zone stuff and see how I painted these plague victims. To just remind me how they were done. But it might rekindle my interest in Dead Zone. We have noisy beggars in, and we have more the same type of minis. I'm assuming I should have multiple lots of the same thing. I may be wrong. Different units. But I can paint them new enough all the same. Bit of the joy of living here. Noisy beggars. Okay, so I couldn't quite tell if that was in focus or not then, sorry. Right, so there we have minis. They are different packs, I assure you they are different packs. I'm not just reopening the same one over and over again, it's not caught on a loop. I just want to make sure that all the minis are okay, so we're just having a quick look at what we have. And finally for the red ones. Once again, plague victim and the Marines. So we have about 2 or 3 of each set. I'll just have to make sure that I've got all of these correct. Let me see. Right. I think I have got them all right. Just looking at the on the in the rule book. There we go. So that's that for those. Let's have a look at the bigger ones. There are lots in here. So let's just see what things are. Start with these big ones first. These are the containment tanks. Okay. Let's try and make these look as though they're holding something inside, or I could just paint some solid metal. And then we have, what's these ones? 2 weapon lockers. See if we can find the other one. There we are. There's the front of them both. And the back. Quite like those. Next we have a couple of tables. Let's move these over so we can see what we're looking for. We have a mangled table, another slightly mangled table. It's nothing that a bit of hot water won't cure. I'm not too fussed about those. Then we have, where's the other one? There we are. We have one that looks like a desk. In fact, we have 2 that look like a desk. And there we go. So we have 6 tables altogether. Making sure we have enough terrain pieces. We have 2 cabinets, the back and the front. 2 large cabinets rather, and then we have 2 slightly smaller cabinets. These are the fronts and the back. Well, this is a drawer unit rather than a cabinet. Then we have crates. We have 6 of these. Let's dig them out so we know where we are with them. There we go. We have 2 of each individual type. Let's have a look at these. There we go. Go to the top. There we go. And crates. Looks like an ammunition box. And finally we have the terminals. We have 6 of these. We have 2 different sizes of tall terminals. This is the smaller one. It'll be interesting to see what I can put on the actual terminals themselves. This is the smallest terminal we have. It's it's not as sturdy as the others. And the bigger terminal here. There we go. and that's for that buttress terrain. Next, let's have a look at where would this be? I think these would be the mercenaries. Yeah, they are. But apart from the table legs, I've seen no indication anywhere of warpage with the plastics. This is Blaine, big chunky looking fella. He's the one who keeps skittering around through all the Kickstarter campaigns and appearing. It's like the emblem of Mantic, mascot of Mantic, I suppose would be the better word to use. I think there was a bit of a mistake made, and I think this fella may be a mini that not everybody should have got, but everybody's ended up with a one. I may be wrong. I'm just trying to see on here who they are. I think, but well, we'll find out. Because there was one mini that we should, not everybody should have got, but we did. There we go. Another beer mini. And a little case as well. Don't know where that's supposed to go. Oh, that's a box of explosives. Okay. So that's that set. It would be interesting to paint. Let's have a look at the doors, shall we? It's quite light. We have 3 double doors here. Oh, 4 double doors. 2 different styles. There we go. And then we have these individual doors. 2 of these type. So this design. And the 2 with the little window in. Just paint these metallic, I suppose. So there are the doors. Pop them to one side. And finally, these blue ones. You can look at. Oh wow, look at the state of him. One of the bosses. All these arms. And a couple of tentacles, I see. There we go. And actually that one was actually looking like its picture. These 2 arms here attached together. but looking at the picture in the book, they do look very similar. Oh yeah, I shall shift that bag out of the way. And here we go. And alongside these, for one of the bosses, we have the Abomination, so he should come out as well. There we are. Wow, look at the size of him. And this is a hefty piece of plastic, resin, restic, whatever you want to call it. So I'll put those back in the appropriate bag. This came out of here because it opens a little wide, it's a slightly bigger bag. Get in. Yeah, and you came out of that one. And then finally we have one more bag of minis to look at. Let's see what these are like. There's a lot, even though it's not a very big box, there's a lot of stuff in it. Okay, so we have, this is the dwarf character. That's Servobot character. We have a couple of sentry guns. I don't know if this is a piece of scrap or whether actually it should be something. These may be the force field generators, and that is, what will that be? That looks as well like another bag of explosives. And we have this fella. Have we seen him? Can't remember. So we are looking at some quite nice minis and hopefully a good game, because I did quite like Dungeon Saga. We're going to have to play some more Dungeon Saga at some point. I've not played it for a while, but there we are. That's it from Star Saga until next year, because as I said, there's more to come on this. It's not the final lot. Let's just move these a bit further up so you get something to look at. Bit dodgy about those two because they could be easily lost, but never mind. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a long one, but we've got a lot to get through. I didn't realise there was so much stuff in this box. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.